Which book should a depressed person absolutely have to read? Hyperbole and a half. Hilarious and personal. One of the few books that have made me laugh out loud as well as cry. Hitchhiker's Guide helped me. Just an absurdist take on humanity that helps undercut any overwhelming negative thoughts I can't shake. Winnie the Pooh. Some kids are messed up at an early age. I was one of them. Pooh and Rabbit, and especially Eeyore, were cool friends with massive faults. I learned from these books it was okay not to be like the others. Definite read. Furiously Happy or Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson. Got me through bouts of terrible depression and a miscarriage. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, just a man's thoughts on how to better himself. Never meant for publication. A Street Cat Named Bob from James Bowen. It's autobiography from a drug addict who gets clean with the help of a cat he had adopted. Start a long series. If you get hooked on it, it gives you something to look forward to, a lifeline to hold when things get rough. The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I don't think it needs an introduction. It's a very small book, which helps since some people with depression can't read huge volumes. It tires them out. It's also very simply written while being thought-provoking at the same time. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Edit. I have been on Reddit for 6 days only and already a silver, then gold and now platinum award. I have been going through a rough patch lately. It's nice to be remembered to the fact that we all have our stories. A lot of them include The Little Prince, it seems. And we all do our best to keep going on. I love how books do this. Thank you all. Slaughterhouse-Five. Seriously, Kurt Vonnegut got me through some rough times emotionally. He has a dark, wry sense of humor but ultimately a heart of gold beneath that really makes you feel like you're not alone, that other people out there think like you and have been through the same things. Good Omens. It's been my favorite book for around 25 years now, and it never fails to make me smile. It's hilarious, yes, but there's a quiet charm and encouragement that reminds you that as hopeless as things may feel, they will get better. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. A really nice book for developing a solid foundation for dealing with problems. If you're still a teen, then it's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. For sure made me smile, and I could, even if only for a while, feel less lonely. Guards by Terry Pratchett is a fantasy satire, think Douglas Adams, that is very funny and thought-provoking. The Way of Kings, by Brandon Sanderson, is a fantasy epic about broken people doing great things. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. It helped me a bit, and most people I know who've read it. Viktor E. Frankl is a psychologist who endured a concentration camp as a Jewish prisoner. He observed what kept people alive and what didn't, and used his experience to launch his own psychotherapeutic approach called logotherapy, which focused on will to meaning. He applied his own theories to his life in the concentration camp, writing his book while he was there. The first half is biographical, the second half is his theories and practice for them. Depression and how to help deal with it in a way similar to cognitive behavioral therapy. War and Peace. I'm not joking. There is something about that work that just murders depression. I think it's the way it covers the full spectrum of human experience. I think this post can become an interesting resource for depressed people. And thanks for the award. My first ever. This is gonna be buried but, hyperbole and a half. By Ali Brosh. Ridiculously funny, vignettes that are short enough to not get overwhelming, and the only depiction of depression that made me stop and go, this is what it's like. I hope Ali's okay. I Think Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. That shit got me thinking in so many ways, and it made me smile many times while I was in a really bad place, and I love it and read it to this day. Maybe even Metro Trilogy by Dmitry Glukhovsky. 3 awesome books that I always recommend and are packed with stuff that gets the gears turning. For an uplifting story for both young readers and adults that takes the person on a journey from darkness into light. The Secret Garden. Frances Hodgson Burnett. Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy by Drive. David Burns. This book is all about cognitive behavioral therapy and has been proven to help people. It is also good if someone can't afford therapy. I Want to Say the Bell Jar, I know that sounds awful, but I never felt so understood before reading that book. Dune, that book helped me so much. I was in a very dark place and it helped me see the light and entrapped me in an adventure. It holds a very special place in my heart, and it really feels like it saved my life. The Harry Potter series. It might sound pretty lame, but those books helped me throughout some rough times, allowing me to escape into this world of magic. The Lord of the Rings. The Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Life Before Death. Strength Before Weakness. Journey Before Destination. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. When you're depressed, you tend to be really hard on yourself. This book really helped me through my dark moments and made me embrace who I am. The Princess Bride. The book the movie was made from. Delightful and funny as hell and full of hope. It has a lot of extra details that were not included in the movie. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.